Have you ever stopped to think about the journey a medicine takes, not in a lab, but through the digital world? It's this incredible, almost invisible system of rules and approvals that ensures our medicines are safe. Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're going to follow the exact path a single pharmaceutical submission takes, from just a simple request all the way to a global approval.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle the why, this giant global paperwork maze. Then we'll learn to speak the system's language, get the lingo down. After that, we'll follow a request right from its birth, see how the master dossier is built, and track its final journey to the archive. And then we'll tie it all together to see why this hidden digital order matters so much.
All right, so before we can really appreciate the solution, we have to understand the problem. And trust me, it's a big one. This isn't just about a few forms, it's a massive global challenge. I mean, really think about that for a second. It's one medicine, but you're dealing with dozens of countries, dozens of different sets of rules. It's not just a scientific challenge, it's a logistical puzzle on a monumental scale. Yeah, every single country has its own health authority, and each one has its own unique, incredibly specific standards. They need different information in different formats, like the ECTD, which is the standard technical format, with different tracking requirements. It's a staggering maze of global paperwork, and you can't afford a single wrong turn. So, how do you navigate a maze like that? Well, you need a map, a guide, and that's where highly structured systems like Veeva Vault RIM come in. You can think of it as the digital nervous system for the entire regulatory process. It's designed to bring order to all that potential chaos. Okay, so to really follow our submission on its journey, we need to learn the language. Let's just quickly break down a few key terms. Once you get these, the whole process starts to click. This table really breaks it down nicely. See, it all starts with an event out in the real world, say, a safety update. That event triggers the need to update an application, which is the file for a specific product. To do that, you have to send a submission to the health authority. And the whole thing gets kicked off with a request or a rec inside the system. See, it's a logical flow. And of course, a system is nothing without the people who run it. You've got three main players here. The affiliate user is the person on the ground in the local country. The submission manager is like the project manager, the coordinator of the whole thing, and the publisher is the tech specialist who puts the final perfect package together. Okay, we've got the terms, we know the players. Now, the story can begin. And just like any great story, it all starts with one small, simple action, a request. This whole process is really just a very structured, very formal conversation. The affiliate makes a request, a manager looks it over, they accept the task, and then they give their official verdict. It's all designed to make sure every single action is deliberate, reviewed, and tracked.
And this is it. This is the spark that lights the fuse. Somewhere in the world, an affiliate user logs into the system, clicks that little plus create button, and sets this entire complex machine into motion.
And what's so critical is that the structure starts from the very first second. The user has to categorize the request, describe what's needed, and attach all the right documents. This creates a perfect, unbroken audit trail right from the start. Nothing gets lost.
So once that request gets the green light, the system's role really kicks into high gear. It's not just a tracker anymore. It actively helps build the submission itself. This is where the plan really comes together. You can think of this submission content plan as the master blueprint for the whole project. It's basically a dynamic, super detailed table of contents for every single document that the health authority needs, all laid out in the exact right order. It's the ultimate checklist.
Now, once the submission manager has gone through that checklist and confirmed that every single piece is in its place, they trigger the next big step with a simple command: send for publishing. This is a crucial handover, like passing the baton to the technical expert.
So the publisher is the wizard here. They take all those individual documents and weave them into the precise, hyperlinked, technically perfect package the regulators demand. Once they've worked their magic, they complete their task, the system status updates, and boom, the package is locked, loaded, and ready to go.
All right, we're almost there. The package is built. Let's watch the final moments of its active journey, sending it out the door and, just as important, closing the loop on the process.
This is a huge moment. When that status changes to submitted, it creates a permanent, unchangeable record in the system. It's a legal and regulatory milestone. The package is officially on its way.
Now this part is just fascinating. To make sure there's a perfect historical record, the exact digital package that was sent out is then imported back into the system's archive. It creates a perfect time-stamped digital twin of what the regulators are looking at.
And there you have it. The system confirms the import was successful and the submission's final status becomes archived. It's now safely tucked away, totally secure, and searchable for any future need. The active journey is officially complete.
So, we followed the journey of one submission, from a simple idea to a secure file in an archive. But let's zoom out for a second and think about why this whole unseen digital order is so incredibly important.
Here's the bottom line. This whole rigid, complex process isn't just about being efficient. It's a cornerstone of public health. It guarantees that every single piece of information used to approve our medicines is traceable, consistent, and verifiable. It's all about building a foundation of trust.
And that leaves us with one final big question. We've seen how this digital order builds trust and accountability in medicine. But as our world gets more and more complex, in everything from finance to manufacturing, where else is this level of structure going to become not just a nice to have, but absolutely essential?
Contact us on WhatsApp at app91 887 539 2442.